30,000 rupees salary. Yeah. Then it became 50,000, then it became 5 lakhs, then it became 50 lakhs, and it kept increasing. So I have tried my best to do honor to all of that. But I will tell you something very interesting and different from all of this traditional career graph. Something that some of you in this room should take. Siddharth will help me with that. All of you know that India has now become the 4th largest economy in the world? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So, what is our, roughly what is our GDP today? Can you Google top 10 GDP countries? Yeah. Today we are, I think, 4.5-ish trillion, somewhere in that range. So from 3.5 we became 4.5 and hence we became the world's 4th largest economy. Do you know what $1 trillion means? 90 lakh crore. So somebody in India has earned 90 lakh crore and India has moved from 5th position to 4th position. If from 4th we go to 3rd, if we go from 4th to 3rd, we will probably be surpassing Germany. That is again 1 trillion more, that is 90 lakh crores. That is more than what me, my neighbor, my whole building would have earned. This increase that will happen in the next few years is what all of you will be a part of. So all of you are the luckiest students in the history of India. Remember that. You are the luckiest students in the history of India because you are going to join an industry that is growing at a speed of light. When we entered the industry, we were generalists. You are going to enter the industry and the expectation is you are specialists. That is a big difference. Big difference. Now, this $4.5 trillion economy that we have, where does this come from? A very boring subject, I know some of you will be yawning. But understand where this money comes from. That will tell you which companies will come for taking interviews. Mining industry contributes to about 2% of this $4.5 trillion. Manufacturing contributes 13.8. Hotels, telecom, etc. contribute 17%. So Airtel, Idea, hotel, Taj hotels, IT hotels. The BFSI segment contributes 22%. So the maximum people will get jobs in fintech, banking associated. The second largest will probably be, so public sector has about 14% of this. Yeah, public sector means NTPC, ONGC, BPCL, SAIL, GAIL, BAIL. Just last week I had a chance to meet the MMRDA Commissioner, Mr. Mukherjee. Extremely talented, extremely bright. Within an hour's time, I got a chance to meet the Commissioner of Thane, Mr. Thakur. Extremely talented and bright. These people understand what you are trying to say in less than 10 minutes. You don't need a 30 minutes meeting with such people. That public sector industry will have 14% of this GDP. So whether you join automotive, chemical, pharma, aerospace, CPG, telecom, hotel industry, airline industry, which industry you join, please try and find out what is the kind of contribution that industry has to the GDP. When you are going for an interview for a Tata Motor or for a Lupin or a Vocart or an Asian Paints or a Nerolac or an Aditya Birla or an Adani, a Godrej or an L&T, whether you are going to a Bata or a Tata, doesn't matter, but at least go prepared. Go prepared with where this industry is going. Try and understand what is the contribution of this industry to our Indian economy because we are growing fast. Yeah? And there is tremendous opportunity to grow. Siddharth, if you can search number of industries that exist. Yeah? And I will now ask some of you which is your industry of choice. If you can give me a list. Then I just say, just go to www.sap.com. www.sap.com. Yeah? Yeah, down there. Yeah. Open that site. And I am not marketing SAP, by the way. And go to industries. Industries. Just click on that industries. Just click on this. View all industries. Yeah. Go down. Okay. Anybody interested in joining aerospace industry? Raise your hand. Fantastic. Do you know which is the biggest company in the world in aerospace? Boeing. Boeing's turnover is 6 lakh crores. Indian company, Hindustan Aeronautics, 30,000 crores. Can you tell me why do you want to join aerospace?
So I thought it might be SpaceX, Elon Musk, industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely the answer I expected, and fantastic answer. Very true. So I think right now Elon Musk is more popular than Ranveer Singh. And that is beautiful. I have nothing against Ranveer. I have watched his current movie, Durandar, a lovely movie. But Elon Musk is more popular. Now, many of you should, many of you should actually aspire to become Elon Musk. Why do you want to go and work in his company? Become Elon Musk. But what you don't know is what does it take to become Elon Musk. Many of you here will have your own startups. Anybody here who wants to have their own startup? Absolutely, fantastic. Can you give him the mic? Give me some idea on which you want to have your own startup. Short.
Sir, I'm going to open my own startup of vegan products.
Huh?
Vegan.
Vegan products.
Yeah.
So CPG food industry.
Yeah.
Huh? CPG food industry. CPG food. Food में कौन है भाई सबसे बड़ा? Consumer products. Nestle. 7.6 lakh crores. India में Hindustan Unilever 68,000 crores. That is the turnover. साल में इतना पैसा बनाएंगे. You have the opportunity to at least make 1% of that if you start that company. Much more than what I told you, 3,000 in Kirloskar and 60,000 here and 20,000 there. Phenomenal. A big clap for this guy. If you have your own startup, you have the potential to earn what you, your neighbor and his uncle, auntie, everybody put together can earn. But, have a seat. But what is very interesting is, Elon Musk is one name. You know him because of SpaceX. You know him because of Tesla. Let's talk of Tesla. Now, when you look at Tesla, do you know that there is one full team that did R&D on Tesla and made that car? That is one team. Huh? There is one team which did manufacturing of Tesla. How to manufacture, how to assemble, how to tighten every bolt, how to install everything. Huh? Second team. Third team which procured the tires, the battery, the steering wheel. They procured steel, they procured everything. So procurement team. There was one team which made sure that all these trucks which had the Tesla loaded on them reached all parts of the world. Now India also has a Tesla outlet. Correct? Wherever it's made, from there a Tesla has to be brought into every country in the world. So there's a supply chain team. There's a sales and marketing team. There is an HR team. There is a finance team. There's a marketing team. There's a customer care team. And then there is one team which looks at what after Tesla. That is not even the R&D department. That is a team which is focusing on what next. That team came up with SpaceX. So when you are starting a startup, what you should know, it is not a game of you. Your name?
Apurva Sharma.
Apurva, it's not just your game to have that startup. Everybody sitting in that row, if you can convince them to be a part of your startup, and tell one guy, you focus on sales and marketing, you focus on R&D, you focus on supply chain, you focus on manufacturing, I'll focus on quality, somebody focuses on this, that, blah, blah, blah. When you have that team, then you have a startup. Very, very critical for all of us in India to understand that we need to work together, not pull each other's legs. No idea is worth its value unless 4 or 5 people come together and make that idea a reality. So always remember that a startup will become a reality when 30 people come together and have a WhatsApp. Correct? WhatsApp was a 30 or 40 employee company. That's it. Keep that in mind. When you are building a startup, that is the most crucial thing to happen. Now, I want you to think of 3 very important things that will be extremely useful. See, one thing I have learned after dealing with friends like you is unless I have a Danny Pandit style jhatpat patapat, you will not listen to me more than 3 minutes. So that's why top 3 things, best 5 things, most important 10 things. This is all you know because of that Instagram thing. So I have learned that trick. So I'm telling you, top 3 things that you should. There are 25 other things, but 3 interesting things that you should know about as you are entering into the world of jobs or you are entering into the world of startups. Yeah. First is industry trends. Please understand what the industry trend is. आज market में क्या है? What is that ad? क्या चल रहा है? Fog चल रहा है. That fog is what is चल रहा है. So you need to know क्या चल रहा है market में. Yeah. Irrespective of if you are going to join an automotive company, a telecom company, a pharma company, you should know market में क्या चल रहा है. Your placement team will try their best to get as many companies as they can. But your name, lady? The lady sitting with next to the lady in the pink t-shirt. Yeah, you. Yeah. Your name? Nikita. Nikita? Sorry, I crossed. Nikita, fair enough. Nikita, if you wanted to do a job, which is your dream company? Don't say Apple because he's sitting here. Tell me your dream company.
So my dream company could be Google.
Google, okay. Yeah, that's what we Googled. So, if Google is your dream company, who is the CEO of Google today?
Sundar Pichai.
Sundar Pichai. What stops you from writing to him? Write to him about what's the next best thing that Google should do. Write not an email, probably send a physical letter to where he sits. I will give you a month's salary if you don't get a reply. It's not just your placement team. Each one of you needs to have a dream. And don't stop from doing whatever it takes to achieve that dream. Write to the CEO for all you care. Who's stopping you? Do some homework, do some research about that company. Understand what it's done, understand what it's not done, understand what its competitor has done. Have a seat. And write to them. What you need is that hunger to grow. What India needs to move from the world's 3rd largest economy or 4th largest economy to the 3rd largest and 3rd to 2nd. The gap is too much. He just showed you the logos, but the world's largest is some 15 trillion. What number? Kitna trillion hai Siddharth? देख के बता 38 ट्रिलियन यूएस उसके बाद चाइना है 15 ट्रिलियन 15-16 ट्रिलियन 38 ट्रिलियन अपन 4.5 पे तालियां बजा रहे हैं long way to go but we can go 100% we can go but to go there all of you need to have a fire in the belly. Fire means nobody can stop you from doing whatever you want. You want to build a company. Somebody was saying in our coffee meet, why didn't Perplexity come out of India? You know Wembu, who started Zoho, he started that out of a village. And it's such a big company today, and it will grow as fast. It will go probably faster than Microsoft. One of your speakers is from NPCI. Those of you who use Beam should know that that application has more transactions per second than all other payment transaction companies in the world put together. Doesn't come anywhere near that. So while Google is your aspiration, also try to have some of the Indian companies in your aspiration list. Do you know who became what's a unicorn? Any company who touches $1 billion of revenue is a unicorn. 2025 में कितना कंपनी यूनिकॉर्न हुआ? किसी को मालूम है? I think that is 2025 में टॉप 10 बोलता हूँ तुमको. Okay, this is हाँ, top 11 companies: AI Tech, Navi Technologies, Vritti Capital, Netrajna, Rapido सबको मालूम है, Jumbo Tail, Darwin Box किसे मालूम है? HR company, correct. One hand raised. Moneyview, JustPay, Veritas Finance, Drools. These 11 companies have become unicorn. मतलब $1 billion. $1 billion मतलब कितना रुपीस? करो कैलकुलेट. Correct. Correct. $1 million is 9 crores. Simple mathematics. Start thinking in millions now. Don't start thinking in thousands and hundreds. वो दिन गए. These 11 companies just in 2025 have become unicorns. You know the most valued Indian companies? Startups, huh? Zerodha, 8 billion. Razorpay, 7 billion. Lenskart, 7 billion. Grow with double W's, 7 billion. Zepta, 5 billion. InMobi, one of my customers, 5 billion. Off Business, 5 billion. Icertis, my company, 5 billion. Prism, 5 billion. Misho, 3.7 billion. Startups, कल के लौंडे आज कितने बड़े हो गए? Not one individual, but a group of people came together, and that core team decided to do something so big that the world comes to them. We still don't have a Boeing in India. We still don't have a McDonald's from India. We eat every day. Look at my belly. We don't have one McDonald's from India. But we had an Ather incubated in an incubation center and has become Ather. Yeah? So you can do it if you want to do it. But it's fire in the belly. If you have that fire in the belly, you can break any barrier. So 3 important things. पहला क्या है? Trend. Industry में क्या चल रहा है? AI सब जगह चल रहा है. Correct? Whether you are in architecture, whether you are in finance, whether you are in agriculture, whether you are in banking, you name it, and AI is there everywhere. So AI is like that pencil cell, which now you can put in anything and it will give you enough energy. Yeah? पहले 3 cell था, अब AI का 4था cell है. That is number 1. Second is sustainability. Some of you would know sustainability. Some of you would know cyclic economy, recycling. There's one of your alumni here who has got a phenomenal startup. Can I call it a startup? You got a phenomenal startup that converts plastic recycled into artifacts. And I will contact you. Please contact me after this or connect with me. By the way, any of you takes my photograph when I am here and puts it on LinkedIn and tags me and you, I will answer your questions online. If you don't, I won't. Huh? Now everybody will pull their mobiles out. So industry trend. Second and most important part is understand the impact of your startup. When you said vegan startups, anybody else who wants to have a startup? Just one? अच्छा, there. खाली 2 लोग कितने लोग? अच्छा है, लेकिन माइक तो वहाँ पे जाने दो. Tell me loud. What's your idea?
It's a group travel company.
Travel company. Phenomenal idea. Indians travel more than anybody else in the world. We go with theplas, doklas, we go with everything, but we travel. Nobody travels as much as us. Even those, I'm telling you, there was Thailand, where they used to hate Indians. They would say, these jokers have come, they only bargain for t-shirts and purses. Now, if an Indian goes, you are welcome, because they've understood. We travel more than all other races in the world put together. But travel industry, phenomenal choice, extraordinary choice. What you need to understand is, if you are coming up with a travel-specific startup, what is going to be its impact? Who is it going to impact? Is it B2B travel? That people like me travel 4 days a week. Monday I go to Bombay, Tuesday Delhi, Wednesday Ahmedabad, Friday Indore. Then I go to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. Then I go to Melbourne, Sydney, Perth and back. And then I'm dead. But I travel 4 days a week. Are you doing a B2B travel? Like Make My Trip, which has both B2C, you and I can go to Kashmir, or B2B, which means people like me wear a suit and tie, although we hate, and we go out. Who does it impact? Critical to understand who does it impact. If you are coming up with an application for, in your incubation center, there is a somebody who's done a startup for, what's the name? Sakshi. Sakshi has got a startup which is for something, she didn't explain the whole thing because I didn't get time, but it's a fintech startup for quick commerce. Yeah, Zepto. My friends who came from America last week, they fell in love with Zepto, they fell in love with delivery, porter, so many things. They don't have that in US. First thing I would ask her is create that startup and launch it in US rather than in India, because they don't have it. US is behind us in so many things. Who does your startup impact? Critical to understand the impact and quantify it. Yeah. In the world of B2B, I mean, Amol said he travels to Apple, it's not easy for them to listen to you for 15 minutes. You have to work for 15 days. You have to, when I go to Hero and try to sell something, they negotiate so much that I sometimes feel I will swipe my credit card and pay for them. The Munjals look big on paper, but they negotiate like crazy. That is the Indian market. So should you have a startup that sells in India first or sells in US first? I would recommend do both. Because India will give you volume, Europe and US will give you value. You need to do a combination of the two. There are many such ideas. मैंने तो खाली 3 बोला. Top three. Industry trend. Second is what and where does it impact. Third is personal KPI. Whoever you are selling your idea to, whether it is an investor or whether you've made your startup ready, you've created an application for travel and you are going and selling it to audience, B2C, or you are selling it in a company for B2B travel. You need to know who is buying and why is he buying. In the life of sales, which I am, I meet different kinds of people. There are some people who are intellectuals. उनको सिर्फ बात करना आता है, खरीदना बिल्कुल नहीं आता. They waste my time with email, send me a white paper, do a presentation, do a demo. बहुत कुछ मांगते हैं लेकिन deal नहीं करते. There is one type of person who says कितने में दिया, 10 में दिया तो लूँगा. These are negotiators. There are some people who say, am I the first one to buy in the industry? Then I will do it. Because I want to tell the whole world that I am the first in everything. So there are different types of people. Look at the guy sitting next to you on the right and left. अलग लोग हैं ना भाई. He likes red, you like green. The person on the left likes yellow. But understand that as a startup, who you are selling to, why is he buying from you? ये तो 3 हैं. I have written A to Z, 26 different things that you should know when you want to have a startup. I have written a book. Yeah. Conquering Solution Sales. You can Google that, go to Amazon, buy a digital copy, buy a physical copy, whatever it is. If you put my photograph on LinkedIn, I will send you a copy. I'm just kidding. So, lot of things. Even if you are doing a job, in today's time, in 2026, if you are taking up a job in finance, HR, marketing, sales, logistics, manufacturing, whatever be the domains, your company that hires you will expect you to think out of the box, will expect you to do something better, will expect you to come with new ideas. Your boss and his boss and his boss, all three are sitting there. Then it's up to you how you influence all three of them. What is the impact that you are bringing to the table? Yeah, that is very, very crucial. So whether you have a startup or you join a company, please think of industry trends. What's the impact your idea? You can give an idea even when you're working for a company, right? And whoever is listening to your idea, what is the impact of your idea on that person? If you do these 3 things, you will grow. If you will grow, the company will grow. If the company grows, we will move from the 4th position to the 3rd position. If you do nothing, somebody else will do it. 100%. As we speak, there is somebody who is inching towards becoming a unicorn. Yeah. So have fire in the belly, extremely crucial. New people are trying new ideas. I mean, there's a Bangalore cafe which has come where coffee is mixed by a robot. Yeah. If you go to a Microsoft campus, a Google campus, or an Amazon campus, I think you have some people from Amazon also here in the speaking quorum. they have unmanned cars in their campuses in US. India में नहीं होता, गाय भैंस आ जाता है. US you don't have guy. So there they have unmanned cars. So your startup can be anything. Whatever idea you have, somebody is already working on them. Yeah. Last thing from my side is have a winner's mindset. Yeah. Have a winner's mindset. I told you that as India moves from 3 to 4, people will make money. I told you that you can make money either by having a startup or even if you join a company, you should be innovative. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And the third thing I'm telling you is have a winner's mindset. Yeah. Each one of you has got some score in your class. Good. Good, bad, ugly, whatever your score is. But when you go out there, that is your second chance. And there, you have to fight it out. Not with each other, but with your ideas. You have to do better. Yeah. One thing which this college, I'm sure, teaches you is how to think better, how to solve problems better, and how to work together. Yeah. You have enough projects, you have enough. Now, this whole event, I was told, is actually being done by students, right? Yeah. There is a. I'm not comparing, but there are events like there is a circus in US or Russia somewhere, Circa or something like that. That circus making event is a company which is some $1.2 billion company. They only run a circus. This is not a circus, I know, but I'm telling you, if you do events well, you can do big events. If those 4 or 5 people who did this event, if you can do it well, you can do much bigger events. The Kisan Mela that India does is worth some 150 crores. There are people who run that as a living. Events is big business. Yeah. So 3 things that I told you, keep those 3 in mind. In summary, nobody cares how much you know. Nobody cares how much you know. It's only when they know that you care about them, that is when things will start happening. Keep this mantra in mind. If you think that you have a lot of knowledge, so somebody should respect you, nahi hoga. Nobody cares how much you know. It's only when they know how much you care that they will start doing things for you. Keep this in mind, and wish you the very, very best for all your endeavors in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your powerful keynote address and for sharing your wisdom with us. Your words have motivated and inspired everyone present here today. We will now be taking a short break for 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes. We will now be taking a break for 5 minutes. The panel discussion will be shortly begin. Students, please be seated in your respective places. Students are requested to please be seated.